The pastor's wife said tonight that the devil shows up when something big is about to happen. And often I see that in my finances, in that constriction, that desire to think the worst. But why is it that we have to think the worst? Why is that always where the mind goes? I've heard it said that we're not chronic worriers. We're not warriors by nature or procrastinators by nature. We have a habit of procrastination and a habit of worrying, etc. And while we spend so much time trying to control our emotions, it's our thoughts that we need to control. My story is amazing. I chose not to get upset. I chose to trust that God would take care of me. In the past, my mind would have gone through a usual script. I'm not good enough. I haven't worked hard enough. I should have done more. This is happening because I'm stupid. What is wrong with me? Why can't I get my act together? On and so on. No wonder I had such problems operating under that heavy load of heavy thoughts. And truly, it was when I accepted the idea that God would take over. I could give him credit for my life, and he could take over. He could take the weight for my money, for everything. And while I can let go of everything, the money is the last thing I can let go of. And yet it is what I need the most help with. And when I give him the weight, I don't think those thoughts about myself. And with a clear head, I can navigate situations without worrying ever, because God's going to take care of it. And indeed, he showed up the day that I said, I'm going to believe that God is going to show up today. And that was the day he absolutely showed up. I spent my last I spent rent. I pulled it out of my savings. I dipped down past the $3,000 that I was loving having in my savings for the last year. And I swore myself I wouldn't dip into it, that I'd make something happen through Christ, that I would work a miracle, or God would work a miracle through my career. And then, of course, COVID happened, and this concentrated effort against small business and political machinations. But I trusted that God would get me. And indeed, a big check came in from someone who owed me, my enemy. And I realized that this is a war that the Bible talks about between good and evil. But the war has already been won, so I don't have to fight it. I just have to witness it. And he comes in and he saves me. And this idea gives me freedom. I can take chances on big things because I'll give them to God. In fact, the bigger the better. Why shouldn't God want me to do the big things? Safety is something we tend to dwell in. We dwell in the idea of safety. And yet nowhere where is safety is living on the fence. Constant expansion is constant growth, and we need constant growth in our finances, in our relationships, and in our health.